We get about the advancements in the fire service. Well, there's a lot of advancements on both sides. The chief mentioned that some of the, especially in Dublin, the input we have on the way buildings are built, and it goes through our fire marshal, and he makes some great changes, and the Dublin works with us great, and it's just a great relationship there. But they require so many things, like doors that automatically close, the alarm system, it identifies exactly where things are at the location of the fires. I mean, there's a lot of things. We got a good working relationship with the businesses, so actually we're going to work with Cardinal Health on their fire wardens and things like that. So there's a lot of technology changes there. But there's also technology in the fire service that has changed. Just the gear that we wear, completely different. You know, they're always following that close line of when is the gear too good, because if you're in a fire, you want to get to the point you recognize you need to get out. You're too hot, it's going to flash on you, and you're not going to have the opportunity to get out. So the gear is better, it's keeping us more protected, but we're right at that fine line where you can also get somebody hurt. The thermal imaging cameras, so they've been around for a while now, they're much smaller. We can literally go into a room it's really not like ladder 49 and backdraft and all that. You really can't see anything with the smoke. So when you have the thermal imaging camera, you pick up the figures in the room, you pick up the structures in the room. It's a faster search. And the cameras that were used to be huge, now they're much smaller, they're more mobile, they're a little bit cheaper. So we've come a long way with technology. We don't have the vehicles, the way the seat belts are on. I mean, it just the structure of the cabs to keep them safer if the trucks roll over. I mean, technology has gone a long way, and it's made us a lot more efficient. Education and training, that's probably where Washington Township, the fire department, this is definitely came from the chief, we've excelled. You know, he's always had this thing, I require 3 hours of training a day. No matter what you do, you're going to do 3 hours training a day. So when they get up in the morning, or they get there in the morning, they do their equipment checks, they do that, they go right into making sure the station looks good, the equipment's presentable and clean, and all the maintenance issues are done. Then they go right into training. So they do have a full day, the whole day. I mean, they're busy until 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night with that training. Most of the people we have coming in, we found from our interview process, most of them are coming in with college degrees now. Everything is leading that way. We've adjusted our promotional exams to require different degree levels as you work your way up. We also require, when they get to the chief level, to go through Executive Fire Officer School, which is a 2.5-year program. So this we have really, we've really seen that that's been a benefit. It really has, and the level of people we're drawing in for interviews has been incredible. Communications. This is probably about everything has been the biggest jump. You know, years ago, you know, you talk to the hospital when you got there. Now, we actually are transmitting our 12-lead EKGs. If we go on somebody with chest pain, we're actually transmitting it right then to the hospital so they can look at it and they can decide whether that person needs to go to the cath lab. We can take them right from their house right to the cath lab based on communication. Also, if you ever see our truck sitting at a light or anything like that, you look and you see the computers in there. What they're doing is they're sending the information across to that computer. It gives your address, it gives a cross street, it gives a hydrant that's close to your house. If you have a special needs person living at that house, it'll tell you what the problem is with that person, and it'll also give a separate protocol that may be different than us, that we have to treat your family member in a certain way or something. So this communication has been amazingly. The way our radio system, the way we communicate. After 9/11, they found out that we don't talk well with each other, from the police and fire. All that's changed. We can talk across the state to each other. The way our system, the redundancy in our system, we even have it to where alerting, the way we are alerted from our alarm office, if it pings back and forth to each station, if it doesn't recognize that it recognizes right off that one of the stations are down and lets you know that, hey, there's a problem with your radio system, you need to turn your walkie on because we have a problem. Just the communication in general has increased so much. It's made us much safer, and it's made us much more efficient.